All right, I'm about to quote one of the best commenters on the channel. I'll definitely tell you that. It is my first Twitter follower. Always has great comments in the comment section. Mr. Chavez himself, Alejandro Murga Chavez. He said, well, I guess Modelo has moved on from Nico. I guess Modelo has decided to move on from Nico, just like MMA fans decided to move on from her ass, just like the UFC decided to move her ass on from that flyweight belt that she was trying to hold on to, just like Valentina moved on from that fight narrative. Modelo has done the same thing. Anyways, they picked a new person to get behind for the Fighter Spirit campaign, and that is Felice Herrig. I like Felice Herrig. I really do like Felice Herrig. I feel like they picked a very fitting fighter. She has won some. She's lost some. Now, her wins to me have been spectacular. I think Felice Herrig is actually underrated. I think she's underrated as a fighter. I really love her grappling. I mean, apparently she's a striker, but it's like her striking is not half as good as her grappling to me. Really, really good grappling. I love her submission game. And just the way that she comes into a fight. She really comes into a fight looking like a fighter, going in there, striking like a fighter, getting in the action, giving a little action, taking a little action. She really makes a good fight. I think she only had one boring fight, and I believe that was with Courtney Casey. You know, but I don't know. That was a weird fight. But that was definitely with Courtney Casey. But even Courtney Casey, they were still the whole time spitting at each other, flipping each other off. And, it was a lot of crap talk. There was just no action in the fight. There was no actual action in the fight. So that was the only boring fight she's ever been in. But this fighter spirit, I do think that this applies to Felice. She's right up there with those fighters who will fight anybody. She will fight anybody, and she's not the best fighter on the roster, but she will go in there and fight anybody, and you have to appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Now, I did a video about Felice Herrig first, and a lot of people mentioned how she's an exhibitionist. How she always has to strip down to absolutely nothing and flaunt all the time, and it is, what can I say about this? I appreciate somebody who appreciates their body and loves their body, but it is a bit overboard. It is really a bit overboard. It's almost like there's a time and place for it. And sometimes it just gets to be too much. It really does get to be too much, especially when Felice has so much more to offer than just, her goodies. She has more than just the goodies to offer. Don't always, you want to feel nice. You want to feel sexy. You want to feel good looking and all of that. And I feel that, but it's all the time. It's just like, dag, we want to see everything else. We want to hear your story. We want to see your sparring, your training footage. Her training footage actually is phenomenal. Some of the things that she can do in the gym, it is phenomenal, but you can't see enough. You can't really get that far into it before you see something really dumb. You see her doing something dumb, showing off her body. So, I'm going to overlook all of that because I can kind of overlook it. It's not, I know a lot of people who are like that. A lot of people are like that. So it's like, I can overlook it, but I just want to spotlight her. I did the Fighter Spirit video about Nico, and I regret that damn video. I tell you that I regret that video, and I regret the Ali Abdelaziz video where I was gushing over him, and I didn't even know the guy was a terrorist. I regret those two videos. So the only way I can make up, I can make up for, you got to just face the music. I faced the music with the Ali video, did the part 2, right? Now I'm facing the music with this Fighter Spirit. I'm going to try to right that wrong by doing this video about Felice Herrig. She is going up against Michelle Waterson in her next bout on the big card, UFC 229, October 6th. Michelle Waterson was supposed to fight Felice Herrig they had already been slated to fight. I believe it was 2 years ago when this is why I should be having my laptop open, but I believe it was 2 years ago. She fought Paige Van Zandt. That was supposed to be her fight that she won. And then the next person in line was going to be Michelle Waterson. But she lost to Paige Van Zandt, embarrassingly. When she lost to Paige Van Zandt, she said that was just humiliating. And we know, I thought it was too. I was like, you lost to this girl who doesn't even, oh my gosh, she's not even I'll say Paige Van Zandt is not a developed fighter. She wasn't a developed fighter at all. And Paige walked through Felice. She walked through her. But Felice said that in this fighter spirit. She said that was a low right there. That was a big time low. And I cannot believe that I lost to such a new fighter. She hasn't disrespected PVZ or anything like that. And I hope I'm not doing it on this channel either. I'd love to see PVZ just develop and grow more and everything. I just don't think that she can focus because people are attracted to her. When people are attracted to you in a sexual way all the time and they're always sexualizing you, then you start doing it to yourself. And then you think, wait a minute, it's easier just to get a little bit of bread doing this instead of doing that. Right? Being over-sexualized can sometimes fuck up your game. So, a lot of times it can. Most times it does. So Felice, she lost that fight and then she just kind of went on a run. She went on a nice little run, went back, fought Justine Kish. She fought Courtney Casey. Did she fight Angela Hill? I don't think she fought Angela Hill. I think she fought after that, Alexa Grasso. She fought Grasso. And then she just got, obviously this last fight wasn't what she wanted, but she had a split decision loss to KK. Now, that was not a split decision. That should have been a unanimous decision, but we're not even going to talk about it. It was just a split decision loss to KK, which wasn't too bad. KK won that fight, and KK is a very developed fighter in terms of having years of experience, having fought before in MMA, all of that. So it wasn't a humiliating loss, but Felice gets a chance to right that wrong. I believe that Felice can beat Michelle Waterson. I actually do think that she can beat Michelle Waterson. I don't think they'll ever cut Michelle Waterson. I think it's going to be a long time until they cut Michelle Waterson. A very long time. She would have to go on a 4 to 5 fight losing streak. I don't think that they'll cut anybody from the Mike Winkeljohn gym, just to be honest. I don't think that they'll cut Michelle Waterson, but I do actually think that they might cut Felice Herrig. I think they might cut her, and I'd hate to see that. She really is a good fighter, and for the strawweight division in that mid-range level, she's competitive. Now, I don't know how well she'll do climbing up the ladder. I'm not sure how well she'll do climbing up the ladder, but with every fight, she just has to develop more and more with every fight. And I have been seeing that. I've been seeing her develop more and more with every fight, mixing in the stand-up with the grappling. She's great at the grappling. She can get you down. It doesn't matter. You try to toss her. She knows how to get your back from that head and arm throw. She knows how to get to the back. She's nasty with a rear naked choke. She is absolutely nasty with a rear naked choke. Nimble on the ground. She armbarred that girl from the bottom. I really like her grappling. She's got a slick grappling game. But the new fighter spirit. Now, she didn't say fighter spirit a million times like Nico did in the promo, but you could tell that they were all over it. They really were all over the whole thing of the fighter spirit. Now, I hope that this Modelo thing isn't a curse. I hope it's not the Modelo curse, because not that I believe in stuff like that, but I notice stuff like that. Now, I notice patterns. I do notice patterns, and so far, we had Stipe with Modelo. Okay. We saw what happened there. And then Nico with Modelo. We saw what happened there, even though Nico was already circling the drain, but we saw what happened there. So I really hope that this isn't it for Felice Herrig. I hope that she can focus now, even though she's getting the big sponsors and everything. So anyways, that's my thoughts on the whole fighter spirit campaign that they're putting behind Felice Herrig right now. I'm not mad at it. Actually, I like it a lot. Those are my thoughts. You guys leave yours in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button.